gözlerimizi Doğu Avrupa'ya çeviriyor olacağız bu panelimizde. Panelimizin moderatörlüğünü yapmak üzere Click Me Live CEO'su Sayın Emre İlban'ı alkışlarınızla sahneye davet ediyorum. Konuklarımı da teker teker sahneye alacağım. Haziran 2016'da kurulan Letonyalı bir e-ticaret ve fintech şirketleri grubu olan JOM'un CEO'su Sayın Marina Khanayeva alkışlarınızla geliyorlar. Welcome. Ozen Global Marketplace'in Türkiye Operasyonları Genel Müdürü Sayın Hazal Maraş geliyorlar. Merhaba. 20 yılı aşkın deneyimiyle Romanya'nın en popüler ve en güvenilir pazar yeri platformları arasında yer alan EMAG'ın B2B pazar yeri direktörü Sayın Codrut Stefan Ioan geliyor alkışlarınızla.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. Our last session of our forum today, one of the last sessions of the event. And also, I have today three valuable speakers from East Europe e-commerce sector. And also, all of them have a huge experience and a deep knowledge at the region and also e-commerce and marketplace side. I want to make a jump start because of the limited time and also the last session because of that. First, my question, not also question, also introduction for our audience. Could you please tell about your marketplaces? What are you doing at the region, at the Eastern European side and different countries? First, I want to start with this question and also introduction.
Thank you.
Could you please?
Thank you. So, my name is Marina. Nice to meet you all. Joom Marketplace is a global marketplace. We have 15 origins, and we're actively recruiting merchants from Turkey. We have also merchants from Singapore, South Korea, Japan, China, European countries, Thailand, India, lots of them. So what Joom Marketplace offers to their sellers is to end-to-end solution. What we do, we offer merchants localization on the destination countries we have, and we have more than 50 countries with our consumers. We also prepare the end-to-end solution in logistics for Turkish sellers. For example, it's easy to create an order and drop it off to local warehouse or order pick up from our logistics partner. And we deliver those goods directly to the end consumers in destination countries. What is good also here, we actively recruiting merchants right now. I believe that if there are retailers here, you already met our team in B2B hall. So this is what Joom actually is doing. So our main regions are also including MENA, recalling the previous session here. We also sell into Europe, especially into Eastern Europe too.
Yeah, thank you. Please.
Hello everyone, welcome for starters. I'm Hazal Maraş, I'm the General Manager for Ozon Global Turkey operation. Ozon Global is one of the leading e-commerce platforms in Russia. Ozon is the main actually name of the platform. Over the past 2 years, we've built a robust operation in Turkey. Now we have we're all similar operations actually, having Turkish sellers or sellers from Turkey, entities from Turkey, and selling those products, their products to Russia. Our main market is Russia right now. We will start operating in the CIS section, but I think it will take another couple of quarters too. And right now, with nearly 2,000 Turkish sellers receiving orders from Russia, we are selling all known product categories. Leveraging Ozon's strong brand knowledge, we help Turkish sellers rapidly enter the Russian market. Actually, for starters, the basic thing that we do, using the drop shipping method and sending goods from Turkey to Russia. And now we support more than 80 million active customers in Russia, monthly active customers. And again, we're operating on a dropshipping model. And like with our dedicated Turkish team, of course, we have team in Turkey, in Moscow, and also in China too. And we're providing 24/7 seller support to them. Honestly, like our main operation, our main aim is to like provide a new market to Turkish sellers and like achieving Turkish sellers more than like 10,000 Turkish sellers in the next year and like operating with them to sell to Russian market.
Thank you.
Hi.
Yes, Stefan.
So, my name is Codrut. Second name is Stefan. So, as I met with maybe a lot of you here, it's a little bit hard, Codrut. So, Stefan, it's okay. First of all, thank you for inviting us here. It was a great pleasure to be here for this event. I'm representing IGEXX. IGEXX it's an e-commercer that operates under 1P, 2P, and 3P models for the Eastern Europe, which means we operate right now in Romania, Hungary, and Bulgaria. We are number one player in each one of those countries. And in terms of history, we have like 23 years of e-commerce background. We started with 1P, with Electro IT. Now we developed almost all categories. We have a history of 120 million visits, 9 million customers. Combined, I must remind you that combined all three countries have something like 36 million people. So we are kind of important in this area. We operate some interesting programs like Box that is more convenient for the sellers and also for the buyers in order to deliver the products. We also created an FBA, which is a model that we are proposing right now for the Turkish sellers. And we think that it's our natural things to go and try to reach the Turkish sellers because a lot of interest in some categories in which you are very, very good at. So this is it pretty much.
Yeah, thank you, Stefan. And also, the Eastern Europe's region is very important for Turkey because of some geographic advantages and also some from historical cultural habits is very similar to Turkey. And also, when you evaluate the Eastern European region at the scope of e-commerce side, what can you say about is strengths, weakness, opportunities, or threats? How can you evaluate? What are you thinking about that? What's the advantages of the Turkish suppliers and also the Turkish brands? Yeah, please.
Yeah, so first of all, I want to say that Turkish government is making huge efforts to promote export out of Turkey. And I think this must be very appreciated. And what we do on June Marketplace, we also help to issue special invoices in order to return VAT for Turkish retailers. This is quite important.
Yeah, very important.
Coming back to Eastern Europe. So from my point of view, the main beauty of this region is that it is very fastly growing region if we compare it to Western Europe. So, for example, right now the share of e-commerce from the retail in Eastern Europe is around 16%, which is quite low, meaning that there is a potential X2 to grow.
Yeah, maybe 30 or 40.
Yes, maybe more, because in developed countries, for example, in China, it's around 50%. In Germany, it's around 30 plus, something like that. So this means that e-commerce is growing fast. Right now, the revenue of e-commerce is around $40 billion, and it's going to be doubled by 2030. So this gives us an opportunity to go into this market very, significantly.
Yeah.
And also from my point of view, there is not too much competition right now in this region. There is a huge player there, which is IGEXX, but all other players are quite diversified and there is no other huge cross-border players. So I believe that cross-border into Eastern Europe is quite effective, especially as D2C, because from my point of view, and it is what we see shipping from China, for example, to Europe, we try to compare cost of goods which are located on the local warehouse and those which are going directly from China to the consumer. And we see that the difference in cost is between 40 to 60%. And this is huge because when you ship to locate to local warehouse, and I know that Konrad will argue with me, it takes lots of resources to keep it, to stock, and labor is expensive in Europe. Yeah. So it makes the final price more expensive. So we do believe that shipping cross-border is quite effective right now. Also, if we speak about shipping from China to Europe, we see now that shipments can be delivered within 9 days. And from Turkey, our numbers right now with a cheap shipping solution is around 5-7 days. But if we spend more money on logistics, and I know it's not...
Maybe 3 or 1 day.
A little bit more, it can be delivered within 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days.
And I think that logistics industry is improving very fast, and very soon we will have an infrastructure which allows us to deliver very, very quickly from any part of the world. So I motivating Turkish retailers to be on board on the global marketplaces and ship directly from Turkey to Eastern Europe too.
Yes, we are very happy about it. Thank you.
We are, in fact.
Yes, also Hazal.
Yeah, as a Turkish person, like I do agree with like not just working with Ozon, like I do agree with everything that Marina said. And like this is the Eastern European market is a like really huge growing market, and like increasing customer base is really it is such a big opportunity for Turkish sellers. Everybody operating from Turkey who wants to do e-export, and this is just like too easy for them to actually to be precisely appear on every country that they don't have any like solutions, any people that they know, any companies. So strengths obviously include a large untapped consumer base in these emerging markets, and this is a huge thing. Like all three of us, like we do support. I do support a Russian marketplace and like some sections of CIS, and the rest, like my colleagues here, they support like an entire Eastern European region, and this means like millions, like more than 100 million customer base. So this is really, right now, it's really hard to actually imagine those consumers like buying our products from Turkey, but this is really huge. So I believe in a couple of years, this is so happy for all the marketplaces in Turkey, like they started to operate with Turkey, starting new operations, new offices. This is really the biggest opportunity of the past like 10 years, 15 years to me. And of course, we have areas on improvement because like just like she said, we have some logistical problems. Logistics are still a little bit expensive. We also have some political stuff going on every day because everything's changing around the world all the time. But this also like creates a new world that makes companies to be more proactive, finding more faster solutions. And I do believe in a couple of years, this problems will became another strength for the companies. So we will like be able to react faster. We will be able to find more precise.
More agile.
Exactly, more agile. And we remember the time we used to talk about agility like a couple of years ago, maybe even before pandemics. Now, agility became a normal thing for our day-to-day lives, especially in e-commerce, in cross-border e-commerce. So yeah, opportunities lie in this expansion. So this is really, really like exciting for all of us, honestly. And in this environment, I think it's really crucial for sellers. Like this is, of course, like not operating in domestic markets. Like companies need to learn more about those markets, their logistics, their like pricing strategies, their customer base and their culture too. And also we have this chance, all of these cultures in between like Turkey and Eastern European culture, we have some links maybe not like a huge link or not like we don't have many similarities, but we do support similar cultures. So I think like we have a like big opportunity in here too.
Yeah, exactly.
So I will
Yes,
try to
Stefan.
speak a little bit as a Eastern European as being the countries where the Turkish seller we invite to come. So basically, the strengths that I see are, as well as my co-speaker said, there is huge potential for e-commerce. We are looking at 30-something, close to 40 million people. We are looking about 10% e-commerce share right now, and a forecast of 25 billion euro next year, according to Eurostat. So this is what we see right now. The potential is there. Of course, maybe we will not reach out China, which is 50%. They landed very nicely after the pandemic. Unfortunately, the rest of the world was not in the same game. But it's still potential. And when I think about strengthness, I will think about also high internet penetration in that area. So we have a lot of people that is using internet. I remember that somewhere 8 or 10 years ago, we put a bet on app. And we thought that IGEXX said, okay, in the first 2 years to 3 years, we must have 20% of our orders on app. In 2 years, it happened that it was 60%. Yeah. And right now, we think that we are somewhere around 80% on app.
It's become
Somebody asked me why the other 20% are not coming on app. The answer is because there are also some B2Bs in this area. So maybe you are operating a different other device. Okay, another strength that I see is this cross-border convenience. So basically, once you are penetrating the area of European community, you can move faster. So the way we are doing the business, for instance, we have two of the biggest warehouses near Bucharest, and we are keeping the products for FBE, we are keeping there, and we are delivering last mile to Romania, Bulgaria, and Hungary. So we are doing this by keeping our promises, and one of our promises is to deliver very fast. So right now, more than 60% of our products are delivered next day, which is a strong value proposition, and this is what we want to do. This is why we propose this kind of model for Turkish people, because we can control the logistics side. Also, there is a consumer trust in European market, and the logistic infrastructure, I completely agree that needs to be improved, but it's also very fast inside European community. So I'm talking about roads, I'm talking about railroads and things and so forth. I try to find out, let's say, a thing that is not so positive, but everything that I found out has a positive side. The only thing that I can say that is not necessarily helping us in this moment is the EU on EU cross-border. Yeah. So this is the challenge that the Turkish seller has to face. It's the fact that they have to cross-border inside one country in European community. Is a little bit expensive for doing the door-to-door operation. So that's why we propose the FBE operation. Right now, we are also testing door-to-door operation. We hope to be the success. We are still searching for partners for transport and everything else, but maybe we'll be for sure able to do it in a few months. And then we will have also this model available. And I think I think this is the only challenge that we face right now for this. It's worth to be mentioned for this market.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, concerning VAT, I think that these challenges are solved by marketplaces, in fact. Because if you issue ISS number and share it with your retailers, there will be no problem for them to ship, because you will be the one who's collecting VAT instead of them and pay to the regulators.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. But for instance, when you want to sell under this model of FBE in Romania, you have to register yourself with a tax advisor in the VAT purposes. So again, this is something that is not in the normal line of doing business. So everyone should go in the direction of, okay, I'm shipping the products in your warehouse, let's do business. So let's open the account and do business. There is also this thing. So this is a little bit more challenging at the beginning, but after that, we found out partners that they can take care of this operation, and they do it flawlessly. So there's no problem in this one.
It's a new practice, so they will get used to it at some point, yeah.
So as long as we will face some threats from some players from China, we will see sometimes these kind of regulations that are imposed in the European community.
Exactly, yes. Okay, I want to ask to Marina about the Zoom also. How can we become successful sellers in Zoom? And also, you have a product named GMS, I see it. And also, what does the GMS product contribute to this trade and also for the sellers?
Okay, I will start with GMS. What is GMS? It's a Zoom marketplace solutions. This is a B2B business which we are offering to local marketplaces, and we offer our partners in local markets our assortment coming from abroad, also with logistics services. What does it mean? It means that our merchants who are already onboarded on Zoom Marketplace and already completed KYC procedure, uploaded their goods, which already completed moderation process, they are allowed to sell their products on our partner platforms. For example, let's say we're working with Frugo and N11.com.
Okay.
So we are onboarding products of our sellers to these platforms, and they're available to their loyal consumers. What does it mean? That you as a retailer can be onboarded on Zoom platform, and you will be able to sell on other platforms too. What makes a seller a successful seller? For European platforms, it's important to have a good content, good pictures, lots of pictures, as well as good size tables.
Yeah.
Size
Charts.
Size charts, thank you. As well as GTINs, which are necessary for Google Shopping, which is being used by most of the European platforms. But such requirements are not so much necessary for other locations like Middle East, let's say, or Russia, or some CIS countries like Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, etc. So for Zoom, it's important to have a good content. It's very important to have a good description, building the understanding of what product is. Why? Because as you may know, returns are not too much convenient in cross-border, and there is no way to send, there is a way to send products back, but it's not reasonable due to logistics, taxations, and other things. So what we try to do, we try to build an expectation of our loyal consumers about the product for them, not to return it back if they're not happy with the product itself. Of course, if they have problems with quality, it's broken or something else, they can return it. But it's not about, when you, it's not exactly that product which I ordered before.
It's content is the important thing.
Yes. So, and I think that there are lots of companies who help retailers to enrich the product card with content, pictures, descriptions, and so on. But I think that it's very important for retailers to gain this expertise in working with product description. This will help you to be successful at any marketplace, in fact.
And also differentiate the other sellers from.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. And Hazal, I know we have lots of Turkish suppliers at Ozon, I know. And also, could you please tell us about your experiences with the Turkish brands in selling in Ozon? And also, do you have any suggestions to Turkish firms and also Turkish sellers to differentiate themselves from these competitions, the big country?
Okay, thank you. It's been almost 2 years, maybe like 2.5 years. When we first started this, we used to have really 10 to 15 sellers in our company, working with us on global. Now it's more than 2,000 active sellers. They're getting orders almost every day, every week, and this experience has been really nice. But of course, now, like as Marina also like mentioned, like content, this is a really important thing. Ozon Global is a little bit more easier on content part because our team, our Turkish team is working with the sellers like day-to-day life, in their day life. We have like some categories, some managers, so they are really helping with their contents and like operational matters. Honestly, like for those, especially 2,000 active sellers and the future ones, right now we're trying to build like an easier infrastructure about Ozon Global because now we know how they work and what they need. Because again, like as we all mentioned, Turkish sellers don't have much expertise about cross-border marketplaces. Because of course we don't. Like new markets, like new systems, every system is different than each other, different working cultures. So I think the first thing they need to understand about this working culture, of course, with the help of the teams in our teams, like in our companies. But also the most important part is to have the product, obviously, and like check the prices. Like the price competition is really important because every country, every category, every brand has like different pricing, and especially like, for example, they're doing like some FBA, different pricing. They're having like products from China, different pricing. We're sending from Russia like branded goods or Turkish local goods. All of them are different. So they need to make their like research really well. Of course, we are, as Ozon Global, of course, I'm going to speak as Ozon Global. We are helping to sellers with all these data. If they want to use it, they will definitely have a like at least easier way to work with this marketplace. Also, like we're like right now we're in a like government is actually supporting this e-commerce activities a lot for the past like couple of years. There are like amazing incentives like commissions, there workshops, lots of stuff. So please do search them, do look for them, ask us. Like we can also like tell you like what to do, who to talk with. So yeah, like of course, like we are doing that for you too. So it's really important because like it's creating tax advantages, commission advantages. Like it's really financially helpful for sellers who want to start operating in cross-border marketplaces. And of course, like building a strong brand presence, of course, it requires time. I'm not saying like money because of course these sellers has some like investments for domestic markets, so they know their product, they have their product, but they need to like invest their time on this, and we all are ready to work with them to like teach them, to give more expertise. So they are lucky, but of course they need some time to work on this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hazal. And Stefan, and also we are talking about IMEC also. And why do you think the Turkish sellers, also we talked before about that, but for other listeners, why do you think Turkish sellers are a great fit for IMEC? And also, how can you help them in IMEC? How can we sell in IMEC?
As I told you, I would start by telling that I think there is a historic chemistry between our people.
Yeah.
So we have a history together. And we have a strong community of Turkish people in Romania. Both Turkish people that came from Turkey in order to do business or to settle down in Romania, but also Turkish people native from Romania. We have two counties that we have a lot of native ethnics from Turkish ethnics. So this leads me to one of the first reason, which is proximity.
Yeah.
So for your sellers, these markets are in immediate proximity. So this is the one thing that brings us and brings the Turkish sellers as a main focus for our platform. A second one would be that although in EMAG there are 56,000 sellers right now, it seems like the range of the product that makes you famous are still lacking in the southeast of Europe. So the textiles, the quality of the textile, the quality of the products is not yet there. So there are sellers. I'm not saying that there are not, but there is still room for improvement, and there is still a place to be that has not been taken yet. Let's say. This is one thing. And the third thing is the way, and I will answer also, the third one is how I answer also to the second question of yours. It's how we thought about them. So we appealed to this model of FBE. But it's not only that. We thought about having the challenge of starting on one marketplace. So we will put key accounts that will stay with the accounts you opened for a number of months. They will have access to academy. They will have access to ask this person how they should sell and what they should bring. They will give insights regarding to ASP per category, or in which they intend to sell or something like that. We also offering as an offer. Sorry for the repeating. An amount of for each month in the first 3 months of €100 for ads, because as you know, all of us, when you are entering in a marketplace or e-commerce, the algorithms have a lot of information as a base, and one of them is the reviews. The other are the fastness of delivery or the accuracy of delivery. So when you are entering into a marketplace, it's very hard to have impossible to have this kind of things ready. So the algorithms are not recognizing you, and they are not putting you where you should be on top of. So
marketplace business is all of them the same.
Ads is helping you in the first month. And a part of that, we also think about, we thought about this kind of partnership because we identified this cross-border thing as being a little bit more challenging, and we found some partners to help. So we are ready to offer some partners that can help in this process. Of course, any other partner that can be chosen, but we try to be in this area, and we developed and we are very close to launch an SPN section, which is a service provider service for sellers. So there will be some companies, a lot of companies that can help a seller in order to do things.
Yeah.
Even to do the listings and how to operate on a marketplace. I will not go in the direction of the services that we're already providing, like, free translation, because we are doing free translation in all 3 languages, Romanian, Hungarian, and Bulgarian. Our platform, anyway, it's connecting the prices and it's doing the price transfer in each currency, RON, HUF, and BGN. So the person that is operating the platform on the other part, it should operate only one platform in 3 countries, so it's much easier for them. But as we can see also in other big players in terms of e-commerce, there are always companies that can help you do better. So we prepare also this SPN area. So we think that these are the top 3 things that should bring or should be most valuable also for us and also for a Turkish seller.
Yeah. Localization also maybe the most important thing at this level. Yeah. This is some currency.
Yes.
Different, as you said. Okay, thank you very much. And also, we come to end our session in nearly half an hour, I think. And also, not only this session, and also we have also concluded the IGEXX forum for this year.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we ended the forum. Yeah,
and also, we would like to thank you all the participants and also sponsors, all speakers.
Thank you, Emre, for having us.
Thank you very much, and I hope we see you next year again.
We will, for
thank
sure.
you very much for all the listeners, and also thank you very much.
Thank you for listening.
I barely wait to see you next year, and I barely wait to see you. Faster,
more faster. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Thank you.
Will we cover the
Questions?
questions?
If you want, we can.
Please.
Yeah, we have time. A little bit, maybe 5 minutes.
It's not working. We are not taking questions.
For the sellers. Seller verification. Yeah.
Amazon, and I can also sell the product. Even though if I am not an authorized seller, can I still, proceed the process? Like I want to sell something, but I am not authorized reseller of this brand, but I want to sell it at IGEXX or Ozon or in June? How strict you are and how is the process?
Your question for who?
We
Like
can
all of
start
them.
like,
I can
yeah,
write my
yeah,
style.
you can start, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
start.
the idea is like that. We are operating under the EU legislation. So according to verifying a seller, there are all the formalities that are imposed under the EU legislation. So KYML and things so on and so forth. When it comes about brand, the discussion is a little bit broader than that. So the first thing is that we have some brands that are very keen about the territoriality. So, and they are operating under the so-called brand registry or brand agreement, which doesn't allow or it makes impossible for somebody else that is not their distributor to operate under a certain market. So, for instance, I can give you an example of cell phones. In cell phones, Apple is very keen to operate only with his distributors in Romania. So
How about the Xiaomi?
I will not give it as example Xiaomi, but I will give you the worst example.
Okay.
Just to imagine that the other ones are better. So the worst example is Apple. They have the brand and they say, okay, only these one are the players that you can admit. The others, they have to go out. Or you cannot accept. So this is the way that we have to behave. In terms of drop shipment, there are two understandings of the drop shipment. Because we are a marketplace level 3, which means have all the first party, second party, third party, and of course fourth party that look as the client and okay. First, drop shipment could mean to be a supplier for the first party. I'm not saying no to this. However, I'm not here on behalf of the guys in the first party, and according to EU legislation, we're supposed to not know each other. So it's a matter of discussions with them. If they find the products appealing, they can buy it. The second way of looking at drop shipment is the one that you have the products already in our warehouse. You are doing an FBE model. And then the deal is found out by 1P, let's say, and they're buying your product and doing the deal immediately. That will be launched in the following months in Romania and also in the other 3 countries. So we will have this I think by spring we will have it. You're going to have this opportunity, yes, to work like that. This kind of drop shipment. The first kind of drop shipment, it's a matter of discussion with product managers and category managers for 1P.
I will continue. Thank you, by the way. I
For
thought you were
Ozon.
trying to. Like, I will continue about Ozon. I will talk about that brand. Like, I'm not going to say the brand name, but yeah, about that brand, you can resell that brand on Ozon. But of course, we have some rules on it. But at that part, like, pricing and the conditions are really important. So, like, I would love to discuss, like, my team would love to discuss with you about, like, the details of your operation. But verification process is really easy. Of course, I'm talking about Ozon Global right now. Again, like, if you come to our team, they will actually do that with you. Like, in a week, everything will be set up. And, like, we are drop shipping. So, like, we don't have, like, an FBO model. We will have next year. But right now, we're really happy with our drop shipping. And we still do have to, like, lots of things to do about our logistics. Like, we're improving it every month, every week. So we will continue doing, like, focusing on drop shipping. So yes, especially for electronics, if you can provide a, like, good quality products and with a good price, please do not forget that we also do have Chinese sellers. We have, like, Ozon Global China and Turkey. We have 2, like, branches. So that products might be, like, really, really checked out because of the pricing and competition. But, like, we are here to help to actually, like, to give you all the prices so you can actually see yourself if you can upload the right products to the marketplace. Like, please do come to, like, our booth so we can give you more information. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, concerning KYC, KYC is monitored by our team who's helping merchants to complete it. Concerning your question about certificates and allowance from brands, I would say like that. It depends on the brand. It's first thing. And the second thing, we would not recommend to work without any allowance from a brand in European countries. You're going to have problems. So all other
Unless you have all the documents. Bulletproof.
documents can be different, you know. So all other destinations are fine. like CIS countries, MENA, LATAM, there shouldn't be any problems. About drop shipping, the answer is till the moment you can follow the fulfillment time requirements, that's fine. Because if you are not able to deliver to our warehouse for check-in the product, the parcel, within the required time, it will be cancelled. So if you can be aligned, no
Yeah,
problem
no
with
problem,
drop
yeah.
shipping.
Please.
I think we ended
Yeah.
our time. So
Yeah, thank you very
Eh,
much. Maybe after the session.
But we
you can-
have
you
our
can talk.
contacts.
yes,
there.
our teams will be here for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Please do come to the booths and
Yeah.
find us, our teams. Okay, go ahead. Just all of them.
Textiles, home and deco, and fashion. Textiles, home and deco, and fashion.
But maybe you should ask specific questions to specific marketplace because all categories are really important. So each category is time being each month has its different purposes. So it's a detailed answer. Yeah.
Thank you again.
Thank you everyone
you.
for
Thank you.
listening.
Moderatörümüze ve konuşmacılarımıza çok teşekkür ederiz. Thank you so much all the information and answering all the questions. Thank you.